welcome back to Black Swan Outdoors. Today we're going to take a little bit of a departure from the hasty field antennas to talk about a very kind of purpose-built antenna that you can build in the field if needed, but it's probably perhaps best built before you get out into the field, and that is the quarter wave ground plane, and it is going to be based off of these SO239 adapter connector piece. Basically, this allows you can go directly to your coax, to a 50 ohm coax, to your radio, and then you can do many different types of antenna configurations with this kind of base as your plate. So it acts in some ways very similar to the split post connector in that it creates a connection point that you can create lots of different types of antennas with. And so the antenna that we're building here is a quarter wave ground plane, and it's going to look a little something like this when it's all done. And the reason why I don't consider this necessarily a hasty antenna is just because in this particular build it requires some soldering. So if you're going to use this particular antenna is cut for UHF frequency, which is why it's so small. So if you have one of these connectors, you have a coat hanger, and that's really all you need. And then some bolts to do that. So I cut all of the wire to that specific frequency that I want to transmit on. So in this case, it's a UHF frequency. I'm going to put the bolt right through the hole. I'm sorry, I'm going to solder this this leg here. This is the resonating leg. And then the other legs coming down off of this creates the ground plane. And so I'm just going to attach it right to the base with that bolt. Screw that guy in. So to connect it, I could just run my coax right through this PVC, and then this antenna can sit right through that PVC. Or I can connect it with a hose clamp right to the PVC pipe as well. So there's many different ways in which you can connect that. It can be permanently mounted on a mast as well, or on the side of a building, you know, whatever you need to do. Another method is to use cordage to do that, and you can tie the base here. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a 2 half hitches. So it's 1 half hitch, another half hitch, creates a 2 half hitches. I'm going to put that down on the base. Or if you have a piece of angle iron, you can tie it right on there as well. And then just to keep the antenna upright, I'll just do an overhand knot or a half hitch on the antenna. And then now I can suspend it up into the air, go up as high as I can, and if I'm just careful with this antenna, it'll be fine. It won't damage the antenna. You just want to be careful of certainly of this connection point. So that is the quarter wave ground plane, or sometimes called spider antenna. Again, it can be used, you can make this with rigid wire, as I did here, or you can do it with more flexible wire, which I'll show you in the next video coming up. Thank you. Remember to like and subscribe, and more antenna videos will be out shortly.